Thank you, Herman, for those opening remarks. And really, I'm just going to build on what Herman has already laid out. I mean, look, BT is 170 years old this year, and I don't think you actually get to be around for that length of time without having a very clear sense of purpose and not being driven by pure short-termism, but actually taking a much more empathetic view with what's going on in the world around you in terms of various technological shocks, how you need to use and respond to resource challenges, various social issues surrounding you, and not just dealing with the risks, but also how you create agility within your organization and partners around you to respond and create value on the back of those opportunities. I think it's worth reminding ourselves that we have just seen the most successful product launch in history over the last 3 weeks, and that product launch is a sustainable product. Tesla have launched the Model 3, and the Model 3 took 400,000. I was on a panel this morning in London, and there was an exec from Tesla said they just hit 400,000 pre-order sales for the Model 3, which equates to 14 billion pre-sales orders for a product which won't be available in Europe until sometime in 2018 and the back end of 2017 in the US. So the technology that we're talking about, the disruptive technology, has incredible aspirational potential for people. We're no longer asking people to make compromises. When you actually bring connectivity in then on the back of that, and you ask yourselves, what is the potential for the more connected home, more connected car, more connected businesses, it becomes very, very difficult to actually really describe in use case terms, in lifestyle terms, exactly what that feels like. But let me give you some of the things that we're actually seeing in the UK specifically, but also working with our customers all around the world. So we've fibre available to about 86% of the UK at the moment. We have 4G available to close to 90% of the UK. As those networks effectively begin to converge over the next couple of years, we're going to see a situation where people are connected all of the time and things are connected all of the time. And what Herman was laying out there was specifically for transportation as a service and the innovation on the demand side, looking at the likes of a Tesla, who are going to not just disrupt the transportation system, but the entire energy system towards being much more decentralized. The power will no longer sit with large generation assets blowing smoke up into the horizon. The power will actually be with the consumer. We've already seen that with the rise of the sharing economy. Airbnb, people have been able to, on the back of communications technology, leverage assets and create value. Similarly with Uber, if you have a car sitting in your driveway and you're working as a waiter, actually working in the evenings as an Uber driver has been an incredibly disruptive trend, and we're only actually seeing the start of that. So communications technology has been driving the sharing economy. But then looking further down along the road and then asking ourselves the question, when that Tesla is sitting in the driveways of those 500,000, maybe 1 million people by sometime towards the end of 2018, they effectively have a storage solution as well. But that storage solution is going to be connected. It's going to be connected to them, it's going to be connected to their lifestyles, it's going to be connected to their homes. So that person effectively has a decision to make. They also might have and be able to afford a Tesla Powerwall, which sits in their home or sits in their utility, 6.6 or 12 kilowatt battery. And with an app on their phone, they're effectively able to say, well, mother-in-law is coming into town at the weekend, so I want to keep 100 kilometers of charge on the car to go and pick her up from the airport. But anything above that, if energy hits a particular price, I'm going to either sell that back onto the grid, or maybe I will actually use that to power my home, power some of the white goods in my home, and effectively use apps to set the profile of their lifestyle and allow the Internet of Things to effectively manage all of that complexity away from them. So there's incredible potential for us to start disrupting transportation, disrupting energy, but putting the power in the hands of the consumer and creating a more aspirational lifestyle as well. Then as a business owner, I mean, we're looking at situations in Cornwall where small businesses are really able to optimize their supply chains. They're able to make smarter decisions a lot quicker than they were previously. They're able to shop around, find the best accountants, find the best advice, and really create very dynamic, very agile businesses that if you're a surfboard shaping company in Cornwall, you're able to market yourself online, you're able to tap into that market, but really optimize the whole ecosystem around you. we were so fascinated by all of this efficiency and all of this innovation that we started to model this sector by sector, to just project forward to 2030 and ask ourselves the question, what is the abatement potential of all of this disruption, all of this innovation, and what is the value creation that's going to be associated with that? And with Accenture's help, what we found is that the abatement potential of all of this disruption is close to 20% of global carbon emissions. It's an incredible number for no government anywhere in the world to have in their decarbonisation pathways. When you look at all of the IMDCs, all of the commitments that are actually made in COP21, ICT does not feature as a way how all of those big economies are actually going to decarbonise, yet it can provide such an incredibly large opportunity. The value creation potential we see as being 11 trillion. Half, roughly, is top line, and half is those businesses being able to optimise and run themselves more efficiently. We then looked at the UK and said, well, we really understand this market. What's the abatement potential here? It's greater again, 24% of carbon emissions in the year 2030 on the back of a more connected economy, people more connected and things more connected. But the value creation potential there is 122 billion pounds. So we are living proof as an industry that the old adage that we are having to tax people, we are having to ask people to make trade-offs and compromises is a complete fallacy. That it is possible to actually grow your business, grow whole innovative systems by abating carbon. BT has a goal called net good. We're 100% powered by renewable electricity. In the UK, we use about 1% of electricity, 93% powered by renewables globally. But to really prove the fact that we believe we can be effectively another clean technology, we set a goal to help our customers save 3 times as much carbon as the end-to-end impact of our business. We did that back in 2010, and we're just about to disclose next month. Keep this amongst yourselves. If you're using the IF Asks online, don't use this one just yet. We're more than halfway towards being able to do that. And we share that net good methodology because it's really important that all of that behavioural change data, and as we're seeing people start to normalise behaviour and act differently on the back of having more connectivity, that's not just our view of the world. All of that data is validated by climate scientists, Carbon Trust, and other people who are so willing to actually challenge our assumptions, peer review, and then actually get to an agreed position around a particular statement. So I think just to, hopefully that gives us kind of an angle around how this is, I think, another way we can solve some of the world's greatest issues around climate change. But I think one of the key ways we can do that is creating these really unlikely partnerships where disruptive businesses like a Tesla or small digital SMEs can work together with big businesses like a BT or an AT&T or a Swisscom and create those unlikely partnerships to really unlock all of this value and create a much more resource efficient world. So thank you very much for your time.